Hello, mates, and welcome to this spiritual warfare update. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. It seems so dramatic. I hate calling it that, but it really is like what it is because we can clearly see the ramifications in this 3D world. So, what does that mean? We have all the storms, we have the fires, we have the actual protesting and rioting that is going on everywhere, and it could be very easy for us to say that that has absolutely nothing to do with anything spiritual. And what is my answer to that? That is our problem. We have become so cut off from the fact that we exist in connection to the rest of the universe that we are actually cut off from the divine. And in order to get any assistance in this tumultuous place, you have to find your connection or reconnect to something greater to yourself. That is what we are all sort of being called to right now. We've been experiencing shifts. I'm pretty sure everybody does, because at first I thought like maybe I was tripping, but it appears we're all being dragged in different directions. But those are called downloads. So what happens is at night when we go to bed, our consciousness, spirit, soul, whatever you call it, leaves your body and goes and plays in the astral realm and sort of works out any issues you have here. You know, sometimes you run into family members and you work shit out. Sometimes you run into like exes, randoms, have random astral sex sometimes. Just as you're participating there, understand that when you get back into this body, it affects the way that you think and the way that you act throughout the day and the energy of the other person that you interacted with in the astral realm. So how does this connect to spiritual warfare? In the 4D, we are in 3D right here. 4D is the area that is like purgatory. When you pass on, you can hang out here in the lower spheres if you're really not ready to go and just sort of zombie your way around and be miserable. Those are the lost souls, the people who died and can't accept that they died, or the people who are really mad or angry or stuck in just any low vibration are at the lower sphere. At the top area of the 4D are the people who are more in the love sphere. Look at this as a gradient. More in their heart space when they passed on, but they still want to sort of stick around to help people here. Those are like your ancestors. Um, I guess a good way to explain that would be like the place in What Dreams May Come, where you sort of get to Minecraft it and build your own little world in there. That is what the higher realm of the 4D is, and where you ideally want to hang out if you want to still participate on Earth. The main goal is to get out of these cycles and aim your way up out of the seventh heavens, or at least to get back to the seventh version of heaven, which is our idea of paradise. God is at the 12th, the universe, whatever you call it. We can't get there. We can't have that. The best we can hope is to get out of this gravitational cycle of karma that keeps pulling us back into here, and being stuck in the 3D with our physical bodies and the 4D with our higher soul or our imprint. I think that's where that is like our duplicate, because there's a copy of us on every level. It really gets intricate, guys. But the main thing you need to worry about is the fact that during the year of 2020, things have gotten pretty deep on the other end, because there are a lot of lost souls, unfortunately, due to the catastrophes in the pandemic. A lot of people were not expecting to lose their lives, and we're not even going to get into how that even takes place, because who really knows how the hell this coronavirus thing started. Just understand that a lot of people are being taken out at a large rate, and those souls are displaced. When those souls are displaced, they wander the astral realm. As they're wandering the astral realm, when we go out of our body into our dreams, we are subject to dealing with all of these energies. Because there are a lot of lost sad souls. There are also a lot of demons out and about trying to create more negative energy. They want more sadness, more rage. Look at the news. What is being perpetrated? Anger, sadness, murder, all the horrible things that just put you in a low state. They literally, like Jeepers Creepers, suck up your fear. And not to be graphic, because I tried to tell my kid this, and I think I went entirely too far trying to explain. But it's really like they could be right next to you and you have no idea, but you'll just start thinking negative thoughts. Like they can be spiritually whispering in your ear. You can't perceive them while you're awake for the most part. Some people are luckily gifted enough to see like sins at any given time when something is next to them. But at this point, we just need to prepare in general to keep these things away from us. So that is the point in this updated video. I wanted to not only let you know what's going on. Your dreams are a reflection of what's going on in your real life. So if you're having horrible dreams, your conscious is going through something and you are under attack. That is how we're going to firmly define this. If your thoughts are more negative than usual, you're depressed, you suddenly start cutting yourself off from everybody. If you don't feel like yourself and your dreams are crap, that is what's going on. These are also signs that somebody is throwing like the evil eye or some black magic at you. Just understand this is not you and this is temporary, and this year is setting us all up to try to pull us down as low as possible, to collect negative energy, to feed dark entities and any other parasitic creatures who cannot create their energy. When you are separate from God, you are separate from the ability to create. That means you have to feed off of other people. That is what vampires are. Energy vampires are people who can't find their own joy, have to survive, and they survive by people who have light and love and happiness, and they want to take that from you. Got that? Okay, so how do we prevent that? When it comes to avoiding people who are energy vampires, boundaries. And boundaries without guilt. Understanding that you can feel, you physically can feel when somebody is a vamp. If when you see that person's name pop up in your IM, your stomach drops, let it go. If you feel tension, if your body just does not feel right when you're talking to this person, if you feel, you can physically sometimes feel yourself being drained, that is a vampire, and that affects your auric field. Your auric field keeps you pretty much safe, keeps you from illnesses, keeps you from mental illnesses, especially because this is really what comes into play. Your mental abilities, your mental strength. You might feel like you're losing your mind when you're under attack because you're literally having somebody messing with you. And that is what happens to people who end up in the mental ward. They are under heavy spiritual attack. You ever see schizophrenic people and they hear people talking to them? It's not because there aren't people there. There are people there. You can have more than one energy or one parasite feeding off of your auric field, and they can all be talking to you at one time, and it will drive you insane. Hence, why I felt I had to stop doing my readings after I got a couple messages from people who were dealing with different versions of being attacked in their dreams, and I felt it was very imperative to make this for you guys. Make sure you do not give them an entryway. They need something to feed off of. This is any addiction that you have, any vice, any lower level habit. Let's see, rough sex, although it can be a joy, but anything that causes like genuine pain is something they love. Alcohol, drugs, yes, I know it could be hard, it's your fun, whatever, but if you don't want to be under attack, there are some things you have to abstain from because these are entryways. Weed resonates at a 420. The highest state you can get to as a frequency here is 900. Weed is still actually technically low. Where you want to get to is like 500, 700. Acceptance, joy. You want to vibe so high that no intoxicant works for you because they're going to bring you down. They're technically downers, and that's what you don't want because they can only get in your field if you have a low vibration that they can resonate with. Do things that make you happy, genuinely from your soul. Dance, paint, whatever you did as a kid before this technology came here, do that. Because this technology is designed to keep you in a lower frequency. It's going to make you compare yourself to other people, be triggered by what you're seeing, taking in all that data all day, get stuck in your head, and then your dreams are just a mess of everything pulled together. Limit your time online. Meditate more. Go outside. At the very least, before you go to bed, make sure you make yourself happy. Watch some cartoons, sing something, because you have to keep your vibration high. That removes them from your field. They can't feed off of your energy if there's no negativity, and it makes sleeping easier if you're not waking up by nightmares all the time. So this is my update for you guys on understanding what you need to do to get out of the spiritual attacks that are happening right now. An amazing salt bath will also help. We are right now, this is just a full moon that passed. That means we're in like a waning or waxing, whatever. It's the removal phase. So take a shower, wash up, do all the cosmic stuff you have to do, cosmetic stuff you need to be clean before you get into your tub. Put some sea salt in there and set the intention to cleanse, purify, and protect yourself. Take a bath for 20 minutes. Don't have any technology or nothing. Read a nice book. Relax, sing, whatever for 20 minutes. Get out. Do not dry off. Let yourself air dry. And do not bathe for at least 24 hours after that. That is a spiritual bath to clear yourself off. You can also do an egg cleanse, which is very easy. If you're here, you're on YouTube, you can see this. Type egg cleanse at the top. That will also remove anything from you. You might have to do it a couple times if you read your egg and you see that there is actually, in fact, something stuck in your aura. This is detrimental to everybody's like starting mental health, but eventually physical health, because they can feed off of you so much that they wear you down and it becomes a physical ailment, a sickness. There's so much I can go into this with, and I actually will on my Patreon. I'm going to leave the link below for you to join. I have a variety of memberships going on, starting at $10 just to be a fan, to learn more of this sort of stuff. Thank you guys for the opportunity to speak and be of service.